Hey guys, welcome back to my Soul Level 1 Easy Mode playthrough. We just killed the 4 old ones, unlocking Drain Lake Castle. Before we go, however, we need to do some housekeeping. When I finished my first Soul Level 1 playthrough, I used Holy Waters till the very end. And since doing so, I developed some newer strategies to beat bosses more effectively and more decisively. First off, we need access to dung pies. From the first episode, I've learned my lesson about playing online and recording. To make things easier for this playthrough, I'll be playing offline for some of the times, especially in areas where invasions are popular. Royal Rat Vanguard unlocks the vendors for dung pies, and also gives us the soul we need for Toxic Mist. What people don't know is that the toxic and poison can stack. This is just one of the strategies that we will be using for the rest of the playthrough.
My servant.
Against some of the enemies in Drain Lake Castle, you can really see just how ineffective Holy Water is becoming. and it turns out that you can dung pie through the shields of the Cyan Knights. This is really going to be helpful here and also in the Undead Crypt. I said in episode 1 that I think the Dragon Rider is the easiest boss in Dark Souls 2. Surprisingly, however, this boss can be a little challenging if you don't take your time. For a sloppy player like me, you can see me get hit a few times during the fight. The ranged Dragon Rider will join the melee when either one of them reaches a certain health percentage. I typically would take out the ranged one first, as he is much easier to kill, but I decided that I couldn't reach him with my consumables. So it seems that he joins the fight around 50% HP. I'm going to focus on him more now, rather than the one at half health. A lot of the rest of this episode is going to be heavily sped up. The PvE during the second half is a lot less boss-centric and a lot more area-focused, and I realize that it can get tedious to watch, especially when I'm a one-trick pony at this point.
I'm always here. So come.
The Looking Glass Knight is one of my favorite bosses in this game. I summoned Benar here to make it easier. He gives him a distraction so that I can use my newly acquired dung pies. For anyone trying this strategy, I also recommend equipping Poison Moss. You may just poison yourself trying to poison the boss. Here I effectively stack both poison and toxic. I'm trying to poison the Looking Glass Knight at whatever expense, because I know that he's at a low health and it's a DPS race at this point. Speaking of tedious areas, there's no area in this game as tedious as the Shrine of Amana. It is an incredibly scenic and ambient setting, but it's ruined by the overtly aggressive enemies and the large groups that pull together. There's a shortcut here. I go and get a few chunks to upgrade my shield to a plus 10. I figured it'll help in the next area. As you can see, I couldn't really decide how to tackle this area, and dodging all these magic blasts didn't give me enough time or energy to think about it. In the end, I went to go summon Felicia. It might be the most effective way to deal with this particular encounter. The only real problem is if she falls off a cliff, which can and will happen. leash is also a good way to deal with these corrosive bugs, as her armor does not break. Her dying here also saves me some time on using the crystal to send her back. The Demon of Song is a weird fight. He really only has one dangerous attack, which is the water spray, but if you stay close to him, he usually won't use it. You can really bait out his melee attacks by staying close. I realize here that his skin also works like a shield. You can poison him through it just like you can with the cyanites. So, I guess it takes 4 dung pies to poison him. And just like that, we'll wrap up episode 5. The next episode is going to have a lot of housekeeping. You've been warned. Till next time.